I'm not mad that I have to record this video. I'm mad that I already recorded this video. And I lost all the footage. Honestly, it could be a good thing because the video that I recorded got a little deep. But anyways, hello everybody. What's good? Why am I wearing this? I don't even know where to begin because I don't know what you guys know. I guess y'all don't know anything. I've been recording a lot, like a lot of vlog footage and stuff like that. I just haven't posted anything. So, Vlogmas, I told you guys I had got a job. We're gonna get into that in a second. I got a job. I was just gonna work there on the weekend, and then still live in Atlanta. And then I was like, well, maybe I could just move all the way to New York. Got another job, and I was like, all right, let's pack our bags. Got here, then had a mental breakdown. I'm literally about to start crying, so I'm gonna go now. Because about not even 2 weeks, like a week and a half in, I realized, oh, I moved to New York. Like, family, back in the A. Friends, back in the A. Ninja, back in the A. Like, I'm here now, by myself. I'm not like by myself. If you're my aunts watching this, I know y'all live up here, okay? But it's not about you right now. This is about me. I was just living at my mom's house, rent-free. Now I'm living in New York. Still technically rent-free because I'm staying in an apartment, but I'm paying for the apartment, so it's not rent-free. Before I even moved here, had a bit of a mental breakdown. I'm not that great at making friends. Literally everybody who I am friends with now, I only know because we worked together at one point, or they're the two girls that I met in high school. Like, I know I'm likable. I'm very likable. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a freaking catch. I feel like all the girlies on TikTok who like record themselves crying. But that wasn't like the point of this video. I didn't know I was gonna be crying. So we're just gonna wipe that off. Then I came here, tried to experience the whole New Year's Eve Times Square thing, didn't really work out. I'm in my hotel room. There's the tour. That's pretty much it. This is the front of it. This is my broken bag because I had to check it because there's no more room on the plane. And now it doesn't have a handle. I'm so annoyed. Hello, I'm back. It's like 9:30, I think. Maybe 10. It's 10:30. I gave up on the Times Square thing. I did go outside. I was outside for about an hour. I didn't get anywhere. And then, once I finally decided to leave, I realized I wasn't going to get anywhere. Because there's like a barricade in front of me. So I really just kind of wasted my time. But you know, I did it for the experience. Anyways, so I'm back in the room. I finished my vision board. Y'all want to see it? Started working my new job, which, let me tell you guys, not the serving job that I had got that was supposed to be just weekends, but the hotel job. Girl, they making good money up here. First of all, overtime is calculated per day, not per week. And like a bunch of other stuff. The difference between my last Atlanta check and my first New York check, period. But yeah, so I had a couple people come up. My friend Ayana came up. We did some apartment tours. My sister came up. She braided my hair. This really should be like a chit chat, take down my hair kind of video, but I don't really feel like taking down my hair, so it's just gonna be a chit chat kind of video. My friend Terrell came up for a little bit. We hung out for a little bit. It was a lot socializing in like a week and a half. But it was cute. I think it was just a lot because you made the decision to move to New York, but you didn't think it through, and now you're like scared because it's like, this isn't like a 2-second thing. This is like, oh, I'm moving to New York for half a year. You know, I kept saying like, oh, I'm moving for a year, but then what? We're gonna move back to Atlanta. This is, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go back home. But it was just like, for me, moving to New York felt like, I'm just gonna be here for a year. It's gonna be cute, you know, and then I'm gonna go back to LA. Like, it was a commercial break, you know? Like, I'm just on vacation. And then it just hit me like, I'm not just on vacation. I up and moved my life here. Like, I'm going to meet people and have experiences in New York that are going to change the trajectory of my whole life. And that's scary. Honestly, if I could be truthful, this entire move, like I said, it happened really fast. It was a 3-week time period between, no, it was really a 2-week time period because I had to wait for my background check. So it was a 2-week time period between me saying, okay, I want to move to New York, applying for the job, the hotel job, and then interviewing, getting the job, and then just moving up here. So it all happened really fast. And I didn't really make a lot of the decision. I feel like God did definitely make a lot of the decision. And so my problem when my breakdown happened, in my opinion, this was the epiphany we had last video. I just thought about it. I had let him decide and make all the decisions up to then, and in my head, I was under the impression that, okay, now I have to take control now that I'm here. And so that's when I started freaking out because I was like, there's too many moving parts, there's too much stuff going on. But I've since then realized I gotta do shit. I said, sir, you can have that control back. And you let me know when we find a place. Because there's like apartment hunting. People say apartment hunting in New York is like so hard. Like it's a part-time job on its own. I don't really know why people say that. It doesn't really seem that difficult to me. I've been on Street Easy. I've seen, you know, the closets. And I've seen like decent sized apartments for a decent amount. When I assumed $2,000, $2,500 a month was a decent amount. That's how much they were charging for the apartments I was looking at in Atlanta. And I'm making more money now than I was making in Atlanta. Now, here's the thing. The apartments that I want don't necessarily fit the budget that I have. And let me tell you why. Because your girl hasn't started that serving job. Miss Ma'am, where you at? What you doing? She texted me one day like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And she was like, hey, here's your schedule for the week. You're going to work Tuesday, today, tonight, and then Friday. And I was like, I thought I was only working weekends. This isn't a weekend, babe. So I told her, yeah, I'm already at work today. And Friday I also am already scheduled. I thought you said you wanted me to work weekends. So those were the days that I like canceled out. And she was like, no, like it's constantly changing because it's reservation only. So like, you know, we might not have a reservation that day. And I was like, oh, okay, no, that makes sense. That's just not what was communicated. So now that I know, let me like give you my schedule, because for the next few weeks I was training at the hotel job, so I didn't have my set schedule yet. So I was like, I will go ahead and give you that, and then you can, you know, schedule me accordingly. And then once I get my set schedule, I'll let you know. So I've been feeding her my schedule for like 2 weeks, and she hasn't texted me a schedule. She's just been like, okay, thanks, I'll send you the schedule. Okay, thanks, I'll send you the schedule. That was $600 a week average that I was under the impression that I was going to be bringing in on top of the hotel job. I was supposed to be making 6 figures. I am not currently making 6 figures. So I'm just like, Miss Girl, did you hire me or not? Oh, let me tell you guys, I made friends. I made 5 friends. Well, technically I made 4 because the 5th person, like, I like them, but they never really said, like, oh, we should hang out. They're my coworker. 3 of them are my coworker, actually. 3 of my 5 friends are my coworkers, but 2 of them said that we should hang out. And I met this one girl on TikTok, and I met this one guy at the Disney Club. So, by the way, I went to the Disney Club. In New York, when I had first got here, I saw on Instagram that they had a show in New York that week, and I was like, perfect, let me go here to give me a sense of, like, you know, I don't know if normalcy is a word or just familiarity, because, you know, I went to the one in Atlanta, and it was fun. Now it was a bit of a lot because I didn't have an ID. Hello, I'm recording on my phone right now because I don't know if I could bring a camera in or not, so I figured just don't. Better safe than sorry. But I think I'm just gonna walk because the train is currently delayed. It's gonna take the train 10 minutes to get here. It's gonna take me 10 minutes to walk there, and I'm all about efficiency. You feel me? So I'm like, I might as well just walk. It's a little nippy outside here, but I don't know if they have coat check, so I didn't want to like bring too much because I know I'm gonna be hot inside. It's hard having to dress for 2 separate occasions. My friend called me today because I texted her a few days ago freaking out about moving to New York, and so she called to check in on me, and I can tell you all I'm in a much better place. I didn't update you guys either. I realized I'm in a much better place now. It's hitting me, like I'm fine now. I'm like, okay, this is it, this is real. I'm doing this, I'm here, and it's gonna be okay. So that's where we're kind of at now. And yeah, I'm happy-ish. I'm working on the happy part, but once I find a place, I think I'll be okay. Well, I'm not gonna cry. Well, I probably will. But anyways, you have to have a physical ID. And as we all know, I don't have that. And I left my passport inside because I remembered last time in Atlanta, they just let me do a picture of it. But I guess we're not in Atlanta anymore. So you have to have the actual thing. So now I have to walk back and get that, which is a little sad, but it's gonna be okay. I just wanted to give you guys an update. I decided that the reason why this happened is because, well, the show doesn't actually start till 8, is what the lady told me. I thought it started at 7. So since I thought it started at 7, I got there 10 minutes till 7. This happened because my ride or die friend, my new New York bestie, isn't getting there until 8. And so I had to leave the line so I can go back in line and be closer to my new bestie. Duh. So, with that being said, I'm not crying anymore. I'm gonna go get my passport and try it again. But it was fun. But we're here now. And I still have imposter syndrome. Like, I still don't feel like it's real. I think it's mainly because like I haven't established a life here. Even though I'm doing a lot of the same things that I was doing in Atlanta. I go to work. When I get off work, I go home and I sit in my room, and then I like edit. I don't really do much, and then I go out of town. Cause last week I went out of town. I went to Atlanta. This week or next week I'm going to Belgium. So it's like my routine is the same. It's actually a little better, my routine, because I've been hitting the gym every day, washing my face every day. Yeah, it's a little better, but my routine is the same. I think I just need to settle in. I don't think I'm going to, I think it's going to be a minute before I actually feel like, okay, I live here. Like, I have the days where I'm like, yeah, but then like for the most part, I feel like I'm just vacationing. I think because I do that so often. I just vacation in New York. And then with the whole hotel thing, I just transferred hotels. It's not like I have a brand new spanking job. I'm doing the same exact thing. It's the same exact system. It's just in a different building. And how many times have I transferred hotels before? More than I probably should have, only working for the company for 4 years. And it'd be really helpful if I have it. Y'all, side note, something that I have been on recently, and y'all need to get on this too. ClassPass. Bro, if you never heard of it, it's like a membership where you get credits, and then you can use those credits to do different things. It used to be, I downloaded it like years ago, like 2015, 2016. But this was back when I was living in Gwinnett. There wasn't a lot of classes for me to take. But it used to strictly just be gym. So, you know, I've been going to the gym classes here in New York because I figured that's a good way to make friends, you know. I haven't made any yet, but I've also only been to 2. So, I'm going to keep going. But also, y'all, now they have the gym. And then it's not just like, well, I said that. It's gym classes, like Pilates, Soul Cycle, strength training, toning, pole dancing. I tried a pole dancing class. I was not good. I have no upper body strength. Just a bunch of different classes. But then they have nail salons. They have like eyelash extensions. They got massages, chiropractors, hair salons, facials, that cupping thing where they put the cups on you, and then the one where they like put the thing on your butt to make it plumper or whatever. They have so much stuff. Y'all should definitely try it. I just finished my 30-day free trial, so I paused it for a little bit because that $80 was gonna come out of my account, and I just wasn't quite ready for that yet. But yeah, y'all should definitely try it. I'm gonna link it down below because I think if you click my link, I get money and you get money. But mainly like I get money, which I want you to get money too. Like we all need to eat, but I'm also really hungry. So please, if you do try it, click the link down below so I can get, well, not that I get like cash, I get credits, which I love that. It's basically cash. So yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go now, and then as soon as I hit exit, as soon as I turn off this camera, I'm gonna upload it to my computer. Make sure it's uploaded to my computer because I sat there and let this upload to my hard drive. And then I deleted it off the camera, and then I deleted it out of my trash. And then I went to work, plugged in my hard drive to the iPad, and the footage wasn't there. So, yeah.